Colin, in this industrial data fabric domain, can you comment about and contrast supervised learning versus unsupervised learning? What do both of those terms mean, and how do they differ from each other?
I would probably add maybe reinforcement learning to the mix there, and I think
Okay.
the key thing about these various learning techniques is really whether or not uh, where they're used in the phase of development of AI systems is one factor. Um, so if you talk about unsupervised learning, I tend to think about that being used for exploration. Very often it's used for clustering or looking at patterns in data, and then you still need a data scientist very often to either tune that exploration of those patterns. So there is some form of supervision, if you like, but it is able to go and look at and identify a lot of patterns and maybe do some of that clustering. And then data scientists will decide what's the next step and in how to use that data. So it tends to be used more for exploratory, but there are other techniques. You talked about supervised, and kind of if we look at supervised learning, it's kind of the dirty little secret of AI, if you like, that a lot of these high accuracy AI solutions are high accuracy because you had a massive amount of people behind the scenes labeling data. And what do we mean by labeling data? Well, they're looking at pictures and identifying for the AI that is a dog in a photograph, or it may be the classic example is autonomous driving. Right, a lot of the training involves people looking at videos taken by these cars with all that the lidars and all the equipment on them, and then either there may be some automated labeling, right? Because the AI can do certain things, but there's a lot of validation and checking that yes, that is a traffic sign, right? Or that was a stop sign, that is a yield sign, that is a car in front of you, that is a lorry, whatever you're really identifying and training by actually labeling a lot of the data that it then knows this is one of those stop signs. This is a particular thing that it can understand. And then in between, you've kind of got various forms of reinforcement learning where it's more automated, but you may have people that are pointing it in the right direction, or it's doing things by trial and error where you will tell it, no, that is not correct, and it will keep trying to get the right answer, and you will tell it the right answer. So there's various forms of people engaged, and I guess it's more about, is it people, relatively low cost people doing massive amounts of labeling, or is it very smart data scientists using and guiding unsupervised learning or various techniques to try and extract more from data without that massive involvement of teams of people or factories? I mean, there's the hidden AI factory, as some people call it, is really all of those people around the world that are being asked to label data to help with improving accuracy and training AI systems.